What is going on YouTube? This is your boy Callie and we're back with another video. This time I have a desktop here that it says that the boot drive, or it doesn't have a boot drive, so we're going to test out to see what the real issue is. Let me go ahead and pull up a chair. So where's the so when we turn it on, we get this. Let me set you guys up. So it boots up properly and everything. But then we get this: no bootable device. Press F1 to try again, or press F2 to enter setup. So what we're going to do first is check to see if it's the internals on the computer that are not working properly, like hard drive, or maybe it's a SATA cable. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. If it boots up into the OS, then it was just the SATA cable. Nope, so no bootable device. So most likely it is going to be the hard drive. So the next thing to do is to remove the hard drive and run a diagnostics on it. So let's go ahead and do that next. Alright, so then the next thing you guys want to do is take your hard drive and put it in your docking station. Oh, if this thing will focus. Alright, so then the next thing you guys want to do is just take your hard drive, put it in your dock, or docking bay, or hard drive bay, whatever you want to call it, and wait for the computer to read it. And if it can read it, that's somewhat of a good sign, because we might at least be able to do data recovery. So let's go ahead and see what happens next. So it's the next day, but as you saw, the hard drive passed even the extended test. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try a different SATA port, see if maybe that's the issue. So let's go ahead and remove the drive. First turn it off. Wait a couple seconds so the disk stops spinning. And then go ahead and eject the drive. Come on. Alright, and then we're going to test it one more time inside the desktop. Okay, so now that we have the hard drive hooked up again with SATA, we're actually going to try a different port down here on the motherboard to see if that is the issue. So it was originally connected to this blue one. Let's see here. Let's plug it into the white one. That's hard drive number 2. Okay, and let's try to power it on. And let's see what we get on the monitor. Okay, and it still says no bootable device found, which I'm starting to think that it is going to be the motherboard. Let's enter setup. We're going to go to boot. Internal hard drive devices. And that's first boot. So we know that the hard drive is working fine. So we're going to see what the main issue is. So let's go ahead and exit this and then try to do a boot menu. F12 for boot options. So the weird thing is that it reads the drive. So let's take a look here. Let's boot into the hard drive. Here we go. So if this goes into automatic repairs, then the operating system on the hard drive is what's wrong. We'll go ahead and move this back. Coffee's ready. Okay, so we got it to boot into the OS, or bring up the login screen. So I'm gonna wait to see if it boots. Okay, it did boot up properly. Okay, before anything else loads up, what I'm gonna do is restart, see if it boots up properly one more time. And once again, we're getting that error code. Okay, so now since we know that both hard drive and motherboard are working fine and the SATA cables are not an issue, there's one more thing we need to try. So let's go ahead and enter F2 to go ahead and enter the setup. And then we're going to go over to boot. Scroll down and change boot mode from UEFI to legacy, and then F10 to save and exit, and we'll see if that fixes the issue. Okay, boot into the login screen. So that's good. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off, and then we're gonna turn it on one more time to see what happens. So it's off now. We're gonna press the power button. Oops, there it is. But it's booting up now, and that's how you check why Windows is not booting into the OS.